They told her she wasn't good enough. They told her to quit, and they slammed the door over and over again. But she kept knocking. 100 rejections later, she didn't just open a door, she built a whole new world. This is the story of the woman who refused to be forgotten and ended up changing the lives of millions. Her name is Dr. Kiran Bedi. Born in India in 1949, in a time when girls were expected to shrink into silence. But Kiran, she was different. She didn't want to be a quiet housewife. She wanted to lead, to fight, to change things. As a child, she watched her father fight tradition to give his daughters education. And that fire, it caught hold of her soul. She played tennis with boys. She studied with fire in her eyes. And when people said, "Girls can't do that," she looked them in the eye and said, "Watch me." Kiran had one dream, to serve her country. So she did something unthinkable. She applied to become an officer in the Indian police service. At the time, no woman had ever made it. People laughed. They told her, "The police is no place for a woman. Too soft, too emotional, too weak." She faced rejection, not once, not twice, but over 100 times. She was told she wasn't the right fit, that she was too aggressive, too ambitious, too bold. But every rejection was fuel. She didn't cry. She trained harder, ran faster, read more, prepared better. And one day, after years of being told no, she got a yes. In 1972, Kiran Bedi became the first woman to join the Indian police service. But getting in was just the beginning. She was posted in the toughest zones, terrorist-prone, crime-infested, male-dominated territories. Most officers would play it safe, but not Kiran. In Delhi, she earned the nickname Crane Bedi for towing the car of a powerful politician, no exceptions. People called her reckless, media mocked her, but the public, they called her fearless. And then came the real test, Tihar jail, one of the most dangerous prisons in Asia, overcrowded, violent, forgotten. Kiran walked into that prison not with a gun, but with compassion. She started yoga programs, education classes, drug rehabilitation. Inmates who were once lost found purpose, hope, humanity. The world took notice. What started as one woman's mission became a movement. She became an international symbol of justice, reform, and transformation. Highly revered, invited by the United Nations, celebrated by world leaders, her prison reform model became a blueprint for others. She launched NGOs, spoke on global stages, and even ran for political office, not because she wanted power, but because she believed in people. And the best part? She never stopped being rejected. When people didn't agree with her, she didn't back down. She stood taller. Kiran, they tried to shut her down. She spoke louder. Today, millions of girls in India say, "If Kiran can do it, so can I." She didn't just crack the glass ceiling, she shattered it. What if she had given up at the first rejection, the 10th, the 100th? What if she believed them when they said, "You're just a girl, you're not enough"? But she didn't, because dreams don't die with rejection, they grow. Every no she heard led her closer to her purpose. She turned failure into fuel and pain into power. So the next time you hear a no, think of her, the girl who was laughed at, rejected, ignored. Now, she's in history books, on global stages, and in the hearts of millions. They told her she couldn't. She showed them she could. She faced 100 rejections, but changed a billion lives. So don't let your story stop at rejection. Let it begin there, because sometimes the world's greatest change starts with the hardest no. If this story inspired you, don't just watch, act. Share this video with someone who needs a reminder. You don't need permission to chase your purpose. And if you're facing rejection right now, you're one step closer to changing the world. Rejection is not the end, it's the beginning of greatness. Subscribe for more true stories that move hearts and change lives.